Good evening. Welcome to Kicking It with FC Woodhaven. I'm Anthony Takoko, and once again, we're joined by JP Rojas. And tonight's going to be a good show. We have a lot to go over. We've been pumping it out all day, giving away 10 tickets to New York City FC's home game this Saturday. You know, and what we're going to do, there you go. There's the tickets. You know, what we're going to do is we're going to give, before we do the first question, we're going to give some parents and players a little time to get home because you just got off the field.
Yeah, we just got off the field.
And it started raining.
I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but luckily it wasn't.
This is the third show, and it comes to a point where I'm tired of talking about the weather.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's this Saturday?
Wow. I mean,
Actually, no, I'm sorry. It was Sunday.
It was Sunday?
I'm even getting confused with the dates because everything just is getting changed.
It started snowing on Saturday, right? Or was it Friday?
It started Friday, and I'm losing track of Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, it was Saturday. I mean, this weather now has us confused on what day it is on the weekends with all this rescheduling games and everything like that. So what's going to happen tonight is, we're going to recap last week. We're going to go over some of our teams actually played games, and we'll announce those scores. We'll give the player of the matches. We'll talk a little bit about this upcoming week. But like I said, today we're giving away 10 tickets to New York City FC. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask 5 questions. We're going to have fun with this. And we're going to ask a question. You're going to email us at info@woodhavensoccer.com. You can tweet us at FC Woodhaven using the hashtag New York City FC giveaway. We'll really have fun with that one. But again, when you answer the question, what we're doing is the first person who gets the correct answer gets the tickets. So when you give your answer, if we don't know you, we're gonna read them off. We're watching social media. We have our emails right here. Let us know who you are. Give us a phone number. If you're emailing us this way, we can announce the winner, and at the end of the show, we can give you a call. So we'll probably do that in about another 7-8 minutes. We'll give the first question, give some people time to get home, get situated. The other thing we announced today was we are going to start the show at 8 p.m. We're not going to do 7:30 anymore, 8 p.m., especially for our teams that travel, teams that are training. They don't finish training till 7:30. I mean, you literally just got off the field.
And you finish at 7:30, but again, there's some closure and picking up the equipment, and so the coaches got to get ready. We got to make sure the container is good.
I have to make sure the container is good because yesterday I actually took off from the field and took care of some stuff in the office with the developmental league. And when I opened up the container today, I was surprised. But you gave me a heads up last night when you came here. And it was good that you actually came by last night because we were able to discuss the U13s. Oh, yeah. I saw you out there today with the team. How did they look today?
They look good. I mean, we're trying a lot of new things. There's a few players. There's some illnesses. So some players were missing. But we tried out some new things. We were talking about it last night. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the new changes. And some kids are getting different positions. They're trying different things. They're being flexible, which is really important, being part of the team. So they're really helping the team out, and we're going to really try it again on Friday. We're going to have a little more of a scrimmage as well, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you have a big weekend, and we'll touch on that in a little while. But what I want to start with, I want to do the recap from last week. And, we're going to start with our youngest team. This is the boys U7, and they had their first travel game, and they had to open up on the road against the Brooklyn Italians. Which great club, great history, and we were missing a key player, but halftime they found themselves down 2-0. Coach Eric made sure to keep the team together and keep their heads up high. They started the second half. They actually fell down 3-0. Oh, wow. But you know what? They kept it going.
They have a lot of fight in it.
And again, they lost the game 3-2. And we always say U7, U8. Final score doesn't matter. It's how they play, progression, and we're trying to develop them. And again, they lost the game 3-2. Gianni scored 2 goals, and Coach Eric made Gianni player of the match.
Oh, okay.
So, but again, now going into this week, we're going to look to, progress and definitely get them on the right track because, like I said, they're putting the hard work in.
Yeah, I see that team on the field all the time. They train right alongside, and at times the U8s also the U8 girls scrimmage them, and they have a lot of young talent on that team.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to have a great season. Then we had our boys U9. Their game actually got canceled, but we wanted to get them a game, and we actually played the same team we were supposed to play. So we played against Auburndale, and Coach Ricky moved some players around, but that game was 1-1. Mackay, who was new to the team last season, got his first goal.
Oh, wow.
And is so excited. And he played phenomenal. And and what I did was I asked the coaches to give me a player of the match. We really want player of the match. Coach Ricky decided that it was too close to call. He picked two players, and it was Mackay and Essio who were player of the matches for the boys U9. But that team, it was good to see that team because we're going to see them at the end of June. We rescheduled the game, and they came out with a 1-1 tie, so it was good to get some competition in and at least get a game in. Then comes our boys U11, and I've said it the last couple of shows. This had the most turnover. We added 5 brand new players to this team. We saw them at St. John's. They won all 4 games at St. John's, and it was really good to see. They had their first league game against Saba, and they won 5-2. Which,
who scored the goals in that?
And with you boys U11, it was Jason scored a goal, Christian scored a goal, Avinash scored a goal, and Chris Pepe. Chris Pepe is actually Anthony's brother. Anthony Pepe scored 2 goals.
Oh, okay.
So, but you know what? You got 4 goal scorers on that team. One in, first game going in. That team played really well. We moved the ball. We controlled the midfield. And the player of the match was a new player that we just which was Justin. Justin went in, played right back, and he held it down. He was bringing the ball up. He really came out, looking good. And the U11s definitely started off where the U10s last season left off because U10s won the division title, just like your U13s also did. So it's great to see them start on the right foot. Then we had our Woodhaven soccer derby between the U15s and the U17s. And those 2 teams have been training outside all winter. But obviously with the way the weather's been the last 5-6 weeks, it's been very inconsistent. Both teams got a couple weeks of consistent training, and they had a friendly match, and the U15s won 2-1. Yeah. And I watched that game. I was there. Great ball movement. I mean, they controlled the midfield, which again, with our teams, that's what we're liking to do. Yes. We wanted to control the midfield. Chris Florio scored a goal. Anthony scored a goal, and the player of the match was Jacob. Jacob was one of your old players.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jacob
played 13.
Yeah, I was talking with his dad, and I said to him, I said, "Wow, I see a difference in Jacob." And he was joking around. He says, "Oh, we just watched the Liverpool game." So just shows players need to watch games.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because then
I always encourage all the players, even as well as coaches. I mean, it's incredibly important for all of us to really be fans of the game and watch the game because there's a lot to learn from watching as well.
Right. So I mean, that was last week, and again, we still have teams that haven't even played yet. Your girls U8 hasn't played, but as within the next week to 10 days, things are going to start getting back to normal, and finally, we're going to get this season going.
U13s, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I mean,
starting this season.
Absolutely, definitely. So once again, today we're doing our New York City FC ticket giveaway. All right, and how we came about with these tickets, I want to spend a moment on that. Models is a big sponsor of Woodhaven Soccer Club. All right, we love Models. Most of you see, we have their banner up at our field. Yeah. The Models banner always stays up. And Bobby Jackson, who's the regional marketing manager, gave me a call today and said, "Listen, I want you to stop by the Ozone Park store. I have something for you. I have 5 ticket vouchers, which is 2 tickets per voucher, and do what you want with them." First thing I thought of, the light bulb went off. Said, "Oh, you know what? We have the show tonight. Let's do a giveaway."
And so we get 15% off as well.
Yeah, actually, which ends tomorrow. Our coupon's still good till yeah, exactly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask again 5 questions. The first person that answers the question correct gets a ticket voucher. All right, the ticket voucher is good for 2 tickets. What you do is you take that voucher to the ticket box office, and they'll give you 2 tickets. For this Saturday's game against Sporting KC, it's going to be a great game. Second home game for New York City FC. You were actually at the first game, New York City FC. We went together. We ate at the Hard Rock. What was your experience of the game?
I mean, the game was great. I mean, the enthusiasm from the fans was great. I mean, I didn't expect to see that many fans there, and the game itself was great. The seats, I was in like the 300s.
300s.
But the view was great.
Right.
I mean, you see the whole field. The field's a little smaller, but again, you know, that they really moved the ball around.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it. I mean, that atmosphere was electric. I mean, to see
Yankee Stadium. I mean,
yeah, I mean, 43,000 people. I said it before. They set a merchandise record with over $500,000
yeah, we walked
in sales.
by the stores. You know? We were going to go into the stores, and we're like, well, no, you know, it was way too packed. It was way too crowded in there. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign for soccer here in America.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Here in New York City, which is where we've been waiting for a team since the Cosmos.
Yeah, so it's definitely great. And like I said, it's just the excitement, the electricity.
Oh, yeah.
It's just great to see. The fans are getting into it, and it's great. It's great for the area. It's great for, I mean, when you get New York involved.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only going to continue to grow.
Exactly. Absolutely.
It's only going to continue to grow.
So what we're going to do is we're going to ask our first question right now. Okay? And again, I was given some hints throughout the day on these questions. I'm going to ask the question, 2 ways to answer. You can email us directly at info@woodhavensoccer.com. I have my tablet right here with the emails up. You can tweet the answers to using Twitter at FC Woodhaven using the hashtag New York City FC ticket giveaway. So here is the first question. All right. Where did Woodhaven Soccer Club start playing? All right. We've been around for a while. A lot of people think we've been where we are for 20 years. We haven't been there. So, again, the question is, where did Woodhaven Soccer Club start playing?
Back in 1989, right?
Actually, yeah, 89, 90, 91. And actually, my younger brother played for Woodhaven. And I remember going to this location.
Oh, all right.
Okay? And I remember saying, what is this? You know, so it could be another little hint. But, again, I'm going to repeat it. Where did Woodhaven Soccer Club start playing? All right. Email us at info@woodhavensoccer.com. Tweet us at FC Woodhaven using the hashtag New York City FC ticket giveaway. All right. So now that we got the first question out there, we'll talk about this week.
Okay.
All right. Finally, your girls U8 takes the field.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have a Saturday game, 9 a.m. and home game. It's going to be a little cold.
I have no idea what to expect.
The high temperature is only supposed to be 40 degrees. So
I mean,
at that time of the morning.
I'll take that at this point, you know. But, I mean, as long as there's no snow, you know, that's the only thing I'm hoping for, that there's just no snow anymore. You know?
Well, the
girls are tough. So
we just got
an
email, okay? And I couldn't even finich this week yet.
Oh, here we go.
So.
Oh, they want the tickets.
They want the tickets. Okay. And the answer, well, actually, the person that answered is Ariana, who's on your girls U18.
Yes.
And her father is also a coach of the boys U7 that we spoke about earlier.
Okay.
And he wrote on Woodhaven Boulevard behind the old hospital. Okay. We'll accept that. I don't have to say, you know, what the name of the hospital is St. Anthony's, but he's correct. So Eric Rengifo is Ariana's dad, and he just won 2 tickets to Saturday's New York City FC home match.
And it says Jonathan too.
Well, that was actually. So I don't know. Are the 2 of them just going to go and not have
who's going to win it?
Right. So that is the answer to the first question. Okay. Now, so since we got the first answer, we'll go to question number 2.
Why not?
Now, this question here is going to take a little research. All right. So give us a little time to finish a little recap for this week. All right. The second question is, What number did Coach Ricky wear during the 1996 championship season with St. John's? So again, 2 tickets at stake. All right. Email us at info@woodhavensoccer.com. Tweet us at FC Woodhaven using hashtag New York City FC ticket giveaway. Once again, the question is, what number did Coach Ricky wear during the 1996 championship season with St. John's? So we'll give them a little chance to go on Wikipedia, start Googling, and really going out there.
We're at the day
and Coach Ricky is not allowed to answer. All right, so I'm putting that out there. Coach Ricky is not allowed to answer. So, all right, so we talked about the U8s, and it's exciting finally getting on the field. You know, they're playing New York Stars. Originally, that was supposed to be a road game, but the fields at Randall's Island weren't able to be played. So we said, you know what? We'll schedule our field, and we'll get that game played. So, like I said, we have a lot to build off of last season.
Absolutely. Yeah, last season was a great season, and they tied 1 game. I mean, they tied and they won the rest of the games, right?
Wow, someone is doing their homework.
Oh,
I didn't think we would get the answer this quick. All right. Now, the answer is coming from Coach Ricky's team manager, Josephina. So
she's a regular.
I don't know if she just texted him or called him, but knowing Coach Ricky, he wasn't going to give her the answer. Nah. So she must have went on, checked it out, or over the last year and a half, maybe it's come up because I've always talked about Coach Ricky. Also, well, here's the other thing. I've also told the players to go watch that game against Creighton.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that was Coach Ricky was a beast that day. So they could have seen his number from there. So Josephina has answered number 7, and that is correct. Coach Ricky wore number 7 during 1996 championship season with St. John's. So now Josephina has just won 2 tickets to Saturday's game. So these questions are going. I should have made them a little bit harder. So that's good to know.
I mean, I thought they were pretty challenging. I mean,
I thought so too.
I think it gets challenging as we go. I mean, some of these they're going to get a little challenging. So it definitely requires you to have watched the show.
Yes.
Or communicate with somebody that has.
And also know the history of the club as well.
Too.
Yep. So before we go into question number 3, let's finish this week because they're on it now. They're you know, people are watching and they're doing their homework. So let's get into finishing this week.
Okay.
So we talked about the girls. Yeah. And again, they have a lot to build on.
Yeah, they had a great season, but and this season, and really at that age, what we're really looking for as the development. You know, that they're developing, they're enjoying the game, but they're really so this season we're really going to go into focusing more on a ball movement and positioning. So they still have a lot to learn, but as long as they understand it from the training sessions, they've really been very open to hearing the coaches, me and Coach Giovanna, and they are looking and their shape, and we're starting to have some shape on the field, and which is really important. So soccer has a lot to do, knowing what you're doing on the ball, but also what you're doing off the ball, and that's what it's really hard to educate these girls. Yeah. But they're picking it up, you know. And then this season's really going to be.
That's what's great about it. And again, once we can get these games in and start getting the consistency,
then
it's only going to help them.
Yeah. They're really great to see, and they're only going to get better as a team.
You know, and we talked earlier about the boys U7. They open up with their second game, and it's amazing that some teams are going into their second game, and other teams haven't even played their first game.
None of my teams.
Right. But the boys U7 go back to the field. They have a game on Saturday, 9:15 on the road against United Cyclones. They'll be in Brooklyn, and again, they're going in with their full team. You know, we were missing a key player last week. Eric Ramos wasn't able to be at the game, so that hurt a little bit. But this week, like I said, they're going in with everyone, and we expect a good result. And again, it's not about the wins and losses. Just like last week, they lost 3-2. But you know what? When I spoke to Coach Eric right after the game, it was all positive. Okay. And that's what you want. And for me, the key for me is how teams react. And they were down 3-0.
Yeah,
and at that age, they could easily just put their heads down and give it up. But great job to Coach Eric, Coach Rob also over there to keeping the boys playing. And also last week, we hit the crossbar twice. We had some missed opportunities. Yeah. We started out quick too. So, but again, that happens. Yeah. They're young, they're kids. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in their second game. You know, and then we have 2 more games on the slate, and those are your games.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm looking
forward. So finally, we really get to start the state cup now.
Oh yeah, right away. 2 games right off the bat on the weekend.
Right.
So
and actually, you have a 4:30 p.m. start, which unfortunately you will not be able to go to Saturday's game, which is another reason why I wanted to bring you in today because you winning the tickets, then you couldn't go.
Yeah, exactly. So I can, even though they're right here in my hand.
Yeah.
But I had such a great time in the first game that I would love to go again. But again, this is much more important, you know, for our squad and for the club that we have.
Yeah, I mean, you're opening up, you know, against New York Coda.
And interesting enough, that's the team that I play. I play on their over 30s.
There you go. So now keep that in mind because again, as we start doing these giveaways, we want you to watch the show. So that may be a question down the road.
Could be. Yeah, but now they're gonna Yeah, so I definitely want to go out there to you know, to their field and compete, you know, and come out with a result. You know, but it really depends on these training sessions that we got this day, and then again we're trying new things.
Now, what do you think about having a game at 4:30 on a Saturday, which you're not going to finish till about 6:30 by the time kids get in the car? Then you have a 9 a.m. game home.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend it's going to be a busy weekend for me. Right. We're going to do skills as well, the skills clinic. Yeah. So, but this is why I'm in it. You know, I love it. I love the game.
But how do you think the players are going to? They'll be able to recover?
Yeah, I think they are. You know, I think they're just hungry. I think they're ready to go, and I think this is a great start just to get them, just for them to acknowledge and just to see what kind of commitment it is. It is back-to-back games. It's tough, but I mean, they're 11, 12 years old.
Exactly,
I mean, they're young. You know,
when we get back,
and we have 18 players on the roster, so there's going to be they're going to need, if they need that rest, and there'll be plenty of players on the bench that can really step in and take the onus upon themselves to get out there and do their best. Right. You know? So that's why we have great numbers on this team, and we're looking forward to it. So yeah. I'm not worried about it at all.
And like I said, it's really, you had a special season last season.
Oh yeah.
You're coming back with the same exact team. Very talented players, but again, we've talked. We want to push them. Absolutely. We want to get them to the next level.
I was just talking to him about that. Interesting enough, like that at the end of the training session today. I mean, we had a meeting with their parents, and we, you know, so their parents are aware of it. They're aware that, you know, last season was a great season, and you know, but that was the goal that we had in mind, was really to take the division, and now it's like we're getting rewarded, getting pushed up. But again, division, whatever it is, we can only focus on our team. And but again, we're raising the expectations of these players. They're being held accountable.
No, absolutely. And you brought up,
I think it's a great life lesson as well.
And you just brought up about how we had the meeting with the parents, and it was great to explain to them, hear it from us, what we're trying to do, and they embraced it. I mean, we had a great meeting with them. We gave them first-class seating. Right, those chairs are great. And you know, once again, we want to thank Northside School. We want to thank Northside School because we held a meeting over there. But those chairs.
Those that were there know why we're laughing.
Exactly.
But it was one thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. Also, one thing that I also acknowledged, and what I saw today is the flexibility among the players. Because today we really tried a lot of players, as I was mentioning before, new positions, and I was really, really proud to see that the kids were flexible, and they were like, "Okay, coach," you know, and then they stepped up into it. So it's important.
And it just shows the communication that we have, because you came here last night and we sat for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Bouncing ideas off, putting plays together, trying to put, and that's what it's about. It's not about just showing up, running a training session, go to the game and play.
Absolutely not. No.
There's so much that we put into it on the back end.
Yeah.
And we want to succeed. It's about putting the players in the best situation possible for the team.
And that's another thing that I've talked about before, that just like we said, bouncing off, talking to each other, and it allowed us to really see, allowed us really to see it. And now I could think about it differently. Anthony's got some great ideas. So we can really talking to it amongst the coaches, and that's what's very important that we have in our club, is that we have each other, so we can always talk.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to me that when I started talking to you, and then we were like, oh wow, like this makes sense, and ideas that we can just that I wouldn't have came up with probably on my own. I needed like just having that dialogue with somebody, just like we encourage the coaches as well, just to have dialogue with me, with Coach Ricky, with Anthony, with each other, so that's also that was good to see.
It's good because actually we just got a question from Giovanni, who's Gabby's dad.
Okay.
And Amanda's dad. Gabby's also on your UA team. So his question is, how does Coach JP decide who starts on the upcoming games?
Okay. Yeah. So at the different ages, I think it's different at different age groups. Now I coach the U12, the U13 boys, and I also coach the girls U8 girls. Now with the girls U8 team, right? Yeah, I said it right. Okay. And with the girls U8, it really in both aspects, I really look at their training and the commitment, and of course it's attendance and obvious things like that, because that's super important that they're there, so they receive that knowledge and they understand, like, all right, this is what's expected of me on the field. I don't want to just put a player out there that wasn't in practice and then be like kind of lost. So it's very important, the attendance and the commitment they give it the commitment that they're giving in their training sessions. Obviously, the girls U8, they all get playing time. We share the playing time, and everybody gets playing time.
And again, just like last night, we pretty much were coming up with a starting lineup, and a starting lineup that you want to stick with. But things happen.
Yeah, and it's also
sickness,
important.
injuries,
things like that.
Player attitudes.
That's a great question, and. But again, it's a little different. At the U13 boys level now, it's a little different. They really have to earn their time. They really have to earn it and work hard at training, like I was talking about. So that's it really depends on the age level. But the only ones that I'm talking about right now, as far as the teams that I coach, is that's how I decide.
All right. So we recapped last week. We went into this week, the limited amount of games that we do have this week.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go into question number 3. Now, with this question here, there are certain people that are not allowed to answer this question.
Don't know.
And once I ask the question, they will know that they are not allowed to answer this question. So
interesting.
We're going to go over the third question right now. What current head coach started playing soccer at Woodhaven Soccer Club? Again, what's at stake? 2 tickets to Saturday's game, New York City FC. Again, the question is, what current head coach started playing soccer at Woodhaven Soccer Club?
Now, the player that's the people that answered before, they can't call back, right? They can't call back and answer, right?
It's whoever answers first.
Oh, okay. So,
it's whoever's answers first. You see, I have the tablet here.
Okay.
Just to let everyone see. I have the tablet here.
It's a nice tablet.
So the emails are up. All right. My phone is here. So we have the social media going. So either it's whoever answers first.
Okay.
So again, I'll repeat the question. What current head coach started playing soccer at Woodhaven Soccer Club? That's it. 2 tickets. So far just to give a little recap, we've already given 2 sets away already.
2.
Coach Eric won the first.
That'll give you 5. So that's 2 per. So that's 10 tickets.
Yeah, so we have that, and then we have Josephina, who I don't know how she got that answer. She really must have been working that. And actually, SEO sent an email saying that they were on the road, so they must have been Googling or doing. But like I said, I don't think even if she would have called Coach Ricky. And we know Coach Ricky absolutely adores Josephina. I do not believe he would give her the answer. That's how Coach Ricky is.
Yeah.
So, but again, third question. Well, we're up to a lot of viewers. Third question. What current head coach started playing soccer at Woodhaven Soccer Club? Oh, and we just got
Instagram? Or?
An Instagram from one of your players, Luca.
Oh, Luca.
And answered Coach Eric. Yes, Eric Rengifo started his youth playing career at Woodhaven Soccer Club.
He was also the one that answered
and he was the answer that answered question number 1. So Luca just won 2 tickets to Saturday's game. So that's going to be interesting how they're going to work that one out.
There, Luca, but I mean,
because you have a 4:30 game, State Cup game, so
it could be possible.
It's possible. I mean, it's possible.
You might miss the first 5 minutes, maybe. Or,
traffic, but so Luca has won that question.
The traffic at Yankee Stadium wasn't too bad either, right? Like the parking situation, or what was the parking like?
Oh, you really want to get into that parking situation? Yes, I spent $50 for parking. All right. Now let me tell you something. It was a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah.
My car was the first one, but you know what? Getting out of there was a disaster. All right. So what I'm going to normally do when I go to Yankee games is I'm going to park 10 blocks away and walk. Yeah. Because then when you get out of the stadium, you bypass all of that, get in your car and go.
Because we got there pretty early.
Yeah, we got there early.
And
by the time we got there, how many people were already online at the gates?
And we even ran. As soon as we turned the corner right on River Ave, we ran into one of Kevin Beltran, right?
Yeah, Kevin Beltran getting his face painted. Yeah, he got his face painted. Yeah. Wow, well, look at all these answers. But actually, you know what it is though? None of them are the right answers.
Oh, really? So we're going with the first right answer.
Yeah, the
first answer. Right. It's got to be right.
The first right answer. So, but that was good that Luca was able to get that one. And so what we're going to do now, and you brought up about the parking now. Now I have to relive again that it was $50 to park.
But now you learned, right? Now you know the next time you go to Yankee Stadium, you already have a plan. I think it was that we got there so early that we parked so close, and then now.
And you know what? There was a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
You with the soccer ball, with the little soccer balls.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my son is sitting there with the ball. I'm thinking he's the one that's kicking it around, and it was you. And then you actually threw it up, and everyone's got caught in the awning.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it came back though. It came back.
So you brought up the parking situation with me, and I brought up that incident with the ball. So, all right. So we're gonna move on to question number 4. All right. Now again, I gave a hint today. You needed to watch last week's show. The answer was in last week's show. And the question is, what college does Coach Giovanna attend? Coach Giovanna is your assistant coach. All right. So again, you know it by now. Tweet us at FC Woodhaven using the hashtag New York City FC ticket giveaway. Email us at info@woodhavensoccer.com. And no, Giovanna, you cannot answer this question. No. So the question again, what college does Coach Giovanna attend? So while we have that question out there, we have, so there's 2 left. Want to remind everyone, we have our skills clinic, the last 2 days of our skills clinic. Saturday is at 9:30. We're going to go 2 hours, 9:30 to 11:30. Sunday, we're doing 10:30 to 12:30. We also have orientation on Sunday. This is a big weekend at the field. There's going to be more. We have Developmental League orientation is going to start at 12 p.m. We're going to start sending those emails out as early as tomorrow. But basically, we're doing, 3 sets. We're doing 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock. The reason why we're doing orientation is to give out the schedules, give out the T-shirts, get that all out there. So this way, the first day can run as smooth as possible. And again, we say as smooth as possible. But this season, our developmental league, this is the largest season ever. We are pushing over 400 players in the developmental league. And again, we've heard me talk about this time and time again. The developmental league is the foundation of the club. And the more and more we get those players in, more that we have to pick from for travel.
Again, and there's more fans and more kids to appreciate the game. And so it's I think, I'm a physical educator. So I think that soccer, and I'm not just saying this because I love soccer and I played it my whole life, but, I think that's a great outlet for kids. It teaches them the values that's involved in it, the character development, working being part of the team.
Right.
You know, and just the activity that's involved in soccer. You know, there's no line waiting. You know, everybody's
Absolutely.
moving, everybody's playing, everybody's learning. So I mean, it's a great sport for the youth in this neighborhood and in this city, in this country.
Wow, listen, and again, I keep talking about how I want to start another girls team.
Yeah.
We have to remember the World Cup is here for the women's.
Oh yeah.
And what the fall season is going to bring in with girls, because again, everyone's going to watch the World Cup. All the girls are going to get excited, and it's going to bring even more girls in, which is, you know, hopefully we'll be able to start that team.
Absolutely.
Now we are flooded with emails. Okay.
Everybody wants that answer. Everybody wants to get that answer.
And
the answer to that question: what college does Coach Giovanna attend?
All right, I'm going through some of these, and some of them are the wrong answers. But here is the first, because it's all in order. Okay. So the first right answer goes to Darwin, which is, I believe that's Aiden's dad on the U6.
Okay.
Munoz. Okay. He answered Hofstra, which is the correct answer.
That's it.
So Darwin just won 2 tickets to Saturday's New York City FC game. So it was good to see that we got, you know, spreading it around now. Yeah. So that was question number 4, and we have that winner down there. So good job on that one. So we have 1 question left.
That's it. The last one's tough.
Yeah, we're going to make you sweat that one out for this one. But again, we talked about what we have going on this week with the skills clinic finishing up, orientation. We also have our spring break camp, April 6th to April 9th. It's 4 days, 9 to 12. It's $100. And up to yesterday, we had up to 43 players already registered for the camp.
For the spring break,
for the spring break camp.
Awesome.
So that's great to see. It's a great mixture of developmental league players, travel players. Once again, we want to thank Gotchi, because we have some Gotchi players that have registered for the camp, so which is good. We also are going to let you know about next week's show. All right. Next week's show is going to be probably one of our biggest. All right, because we have Steve Calabrese coming in here. All right, he is Gianni's dad, Alessia's dad, and Nico's dad. But he is also natural body.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's going to come on in here. He's got a lot of things going on for himself, which he can announce as well. But basically, next week's show is going to be a lot of health, nutrition, fitness. So we'll be able to get the questions out there, and he'll answer anything you need. But again, we've leaned on him. We're going to start asking him to put our plays in the right, you know, way to start eating and exercising. I mean, the knowledge that Steve has. I mean, listen, he's built a brand.
Yeah, and it's
so he's the one to listen to.
Very important for these young soccer players.
And again, even on the U9 team, it's Coach Ricky's team, and Josephine is the team manager. My youngest son is on that team. Gatorade is no good for these players.
No, it's way too much.
You know, and again, on that team, they're not allowed to drink Gatorade. They bring water.
Yeah,
that's all they're allowed to drink. So next week's show is going to be good. Steve's going to come in and get those questions ready. He'll answer everything, and he's the one to answer everything.
It's great that we have somebody that we have.
It's
expert on nutrition.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's so great for players.
You know, and again, the knowledge that he brings. I mean, this is what he does. This is his life. Yeah. So that'll be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to answer We're going to ask the last question. All right, and this is New York City FC related.
Yeah.
All right. We want to know, what town and college does current New York City FC player Chris Wingert come from?
He's
all right. So
center back for the
right, which he's changed position because he used to play on the right. Now he's playing in the center. Yeah. So now it's two parts. You have to answer both of them. All right. What town and college did current New York City FC player Chris Wingert come from? Again, email us at info@woodhavensoccer.com. Tweet us at FC Woodhaven using the hashtag New York City FC ticket giveaway. And again, Chris now on this team, Chris has become is one of my favorite players.
No, welcome home. He's coming. He's coming.
Right. I guess that was a hint.
We know he's from. Home is in New York City, New York area, New York State. All right, that was a hint. There you go. But there's still a lot of towns in here in New York, so you know they'll figure it out.
So I just also want to let everyone know tonight was the first night that we're streaming live on our website. So there's a number of different ways you can watch this show. Really? You can go directly to our YouTube channel, which is FC Woodhaven.
You can do that.
You can go to our website, which we have the link right there for the live stream. So we're making it very easy for everyone to start watching Kicking It with FC Woodhaven.
Great.
And again, this show is about the club.
Yeah.
We want to give the recaps of the previous week. We want to get people involved. We want the players involved. We want the parents involved. We want you to watch.
Yeah, this is for everybody.
You know, and that's why great with this giveaway. And like I said, the more people that watch, the better. Again, it's all great content. It's all about Woodhaven soccer when you watch Kicking It with FC Woodhaven. So
it's all about your club.
Yeah.
Just like New York City is the FC NYC is New York's club, Woodhaven is your
That's
club.
right. All right. So we're already that we got a
let's see what we got.
This is from Tiago. All right.
Boys
U13 player. Well, these U13 players are going to
don't stay up too late. Make sure you get some rest.
They're gonna have. They're gonna be looking as soon as that game is over to head to Yankee Stadium because now it looks like they're gonna have double the amount of tickets now. Because
plus,
you know
Luca
we know
won and then
right. But Josefina answered question number 2, so she already got 2 tickets, and we know Josefina is Tiago's mom.
Okay.
So
they're on it.
But actually, now that I am looking, look what the answer says. Do we count that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't. That's on you. I'm not much of a out there. I don't.
Well, actually, and
hints,
we got the correct answer now from Kevin Beltran.
Yeah, that's a different town.
Different town, yeah. So Kevin Beltran just answered the answer correctly.
So
all right.
Is that going to be your second game now going to, Kevin?
Yeah.
Nice.
So the answer to question number 5, which was what town and college did current New York City FC Chris Wingert come from? He came from Babylon and he went to St. John's University. And Kevin Beltran just answered the answer correctly. He just won 2 tickets to Saturday's game. And I'll touch on the Tiago. Tiago answered West Babylon, and we couldn't accept that. We made an executive decision.
Yeah.
So
you're close, Tiago.
They were close. We have to be fair. Just have to show there's no politics involved. No. It's all fair. You saw them coming through.
Square, fair and square.
You know, so that was good that Kevin won. So for our first ticket giveaway, I think it went really well.
Absolutely.
We had
all of them.
Yeah. Question number 1 went to Eric Rangifo, which is our boys U7 coach. He won 2 tickets.
Who was also part of the question.
Who was also part of the question of number 3. Josefina answered question number 2 correctly. Luca answered question number 3 correctly. Darwin answered question number 4. And Kevin Beltran answered question number 5. So here they are. These are the... We'll let everyone see them.
Congratulations, guys.
All right. Each voucher, and again, I just want to say, each voucher contains 2 tickets. What you need to do is you need to take the voucher to the ticket box office, and they will give you 2 tickets to enter the game.
Yeah. Make sure you get there early.
Yeah, I suggest it's a 7 o'clock start. I would suggest when you're going to, so when you go there, I would get there early so to get to that box office. So you figure with the U13s, 4:30 game against New York Coda. He'll probably be out of there around 6:30. So that's going to be. But again, you know what?
You might miss a little bit of the game.
At this point, if you get there in the second half,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So
it's probably going to be a really good game. I see it being.
No, they're playing Sporting KC. Graham Zusi plays for Kansas City, so it's definitely going to be a good game. If I have to point out a negative, it's going to be cold.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, I think we're all used to this.
It's going to be cold. It's going. We got to remember now. Last time we went, it was 45 degrees. It was 5 o'clock start. Today, Saturday is going to be a 7 o'clock start, and it's only going to be a high 41. So, and I'm actually taking my nephew to the game. Okay. You know, he's going to experience.
How old is your nephew?
He's going to be 4 in August.
4. Oh, so this is his first time at Yankee Stadium?
No, this is not his first time at Yankee Stadium.
His first time at a football match?
My brother constantly takes him to opening day. The last 3 opening days takes him to opening day. And I believe it was last year. There was a reporter there that took a picture of him. Oh. And he was in a newspaper in San Diego.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're all dressed up in his Yankee. So he has been at Yankee Stadium before, but that was for a Yankee game, not for a New York City FC game. So that'll be fun to experience that with him.
Does he play yet?
They live in Massapequa.
So he's
so he plays in the intramural with Massapequa, but he's been here a few times. He's got his Woodhaven hoodie. He's got his hat. He's got his Woodhaven ball. So he's actually going to be doing our summer camp this year.
Oh, great!
Yeah, he's going to be doing our summer camp this year. So that's going to be fun to get him out there. And like I said, he sees his cousins always going to try games and playing. So, hopefully he'll go with it. But again, they live in Massapequa, so it's only logical that he plays over there. Massapequa is a great club, and if he does play competitive, I'll definitely be out there watching his games. Again, I'll probably be in my Woodhaven attire because we all know that's my attire 24/7.
Of course,
So again, I'm glad everyone tuned in tonight. Tonight was a great show with our ticket giveaway. I think we had fun with it. We had, I thought they had actually worked a little harder for it, but you know what? It's pretty.
Some of these questions were really challenging.
Yeah, I thought so too. But it was good that they were on the ball. Absolutely. They answered and they did the homework. And like I said, I dropped some hints out there, but none of the hints really fed them into the questions.
No, I don't think so.
So, but again, next week we have Steve Calabrese coming in from Natural Body. It's going to be health, fitness, nutrition all next week, and you can start getting your questions ready because we're gonna answer live questions. And he brings a lot of knowledge, and I know a lot of our parents want that. Yes, they want to know what can they do.
I mean, that's just a trend right now in our country. I mean, with obesity and the lack of activity. I mean, and just McDonald's and Burger King.
Yeah, and you know what? And it's I know you're with the Board of Ed. Honestly, I'm sorry. There's no more gym class.
No, I know. No, luckily my school is I get the school gets 4 days. Each class gets 4 days of PE. So every class that I have.
But are they doing arts and crafts? Or they're
doing they're
because I remember when I went to school.
And I'm actually it's not the Board of Ed. I'm in a charter school.
Okay, so well that's probably why you have 4 days.
We have 4 days and they have music programs. So luckily, where I'm.
Yeah, I mean when I went to school, gym class we did our push-ups, we did our sit-ups, we did our chin-ups. Then we finished off with a little, with games and stuff like that. But we exercised.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, I mean,
I understand. I'm with you.
Listen, I'm going to tell you a story from a couple of years ago. All right.
We have to get on.
I went to a school because we were going to rent the school to do our indoor. And I said to the principal, I said, all right, you know what? As long as I'm here, let me take a look at the gym. She says, okay, but there's gym class going on. I said, all right, I just want to go in there and see the gym. Okay. I go in there. There's desks. There's chairs.
What? This is an elementary school? Or
this was a public school.
Public school, right. Like grade level? Was elementary, middle, whatever?
It was middle school.
I mean,
it was middle school. There was desks, there was chairs, there was construction paper. Wow. They're doing arts and crafts.
Oh, my.
And I said to her, I says, what is this? She says, no, it's gym class. I said, no, I didn't.
That's a whole different conversation, right?
A whole different conversation. But again,
it is
you know what? We deal with it with plays, though, because we're almost teaching plays how to run.
Wow.
Had a, you know,
Scared
so,
all the, like,
but again, they don't get that.
Yeah.
And again, I can go on and on about it, and that's a time,
you know, that's why I'm
another time. But
yeah.
To me, it's an issue.
Yeah, no.
And that's
I
why
agree.
next week, having Steve here, he's gonna. And again, you ask him whatever you'd like to ask him.
Yeah, soccer related, and it's gonna be
right. And so, and again, he knows about sports. He's a big sports guy.
Yeah,
big sports guy, and
he's very healthy himself.
Very, very healthy. And again, he'll let you know what your child needs to do, because it affects their mind.
Yeah, absolutely. His daughter is on my girls U8 team, and the mom also comes and she gives out healthy snacks, and it's great. It's a great it's great for these young kids to learn this at that age, that they have to learn that the importance of nutrition when it comes to being a soccer player.
Yeah. So again, I hope you enjoyed tonight. I think we had a lot of fun. I mean, I loved it.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, I mean, I loved having the questions and the giveaway. And once again, I want to thank Bobby Jackson and Models, because this was given from them. You got to go to Moe's. We have one more day left of our Models coupon. So definitely head out there, especially the ones that won the tickets. Go to Models, get your New York City FC stuff. You'll also save 15%. But again, thank you, Bobby, for the vouchers. Thank you for everyone that participated. And next week's show is going to be really good. A lot of interaction. And thank you for joining us. And again, this was Kicking It with FC Woodhaven.
Good night.